Hello, good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here. Today we're going to be going over 9.9 and talking about some of the interesting changes and additions that are coming with 9.9. If you want to read along, I will link to the patch notes in the description down below. Other than that, I will throw up any relevant artwork and such as we go along. So let's go ahead and get going. So the main course of this update is, of course, the U.S. Battleships Early Access event for the line split. This is part 1. So you will be able to obtain Kansas and Minnesota in this event. I'm assuming the Vermont maybe in part 2 from my understanding, but here we go. So Kansas can be obtained by completing all the directives, while Minnesota can be obtained from random bundles that are available in the armory in exchange for doubloons. American tokens, a new temporary resource that can be earned by progressing through the directives of the event by completing special change of combat missions. They will also be available for recruitment points in the armory and via random bundles that will be available in exchange for doubloons. Rewards available in exchange for American tokens, sequentially available bundles and other rewards that can be found in the armory. Rewards from the sequentially available bundles: signals, expendable camouflages, gold eagle, permanent camouflages for Kansas, Minnesota, and Vermont. Florida with a gold eagle permanent camouflage and commemorative flag. Days of premium count and coal. So the takeaway from that is that it sounds like Florida is going to be obtainable through this event with the sequential bundles this time. So if you guys remember from the Soviet cruiser line split event, you had to grind out the directives and get these tokens in order to get access to the Soviet cruisers. And there was the P-Bag and the Ultrakov, I think, that were available in the sequential bundles. So it sounds like Florida is going to be obtainable this way. So you could potentially grind for Florida and get it for free, or maybe a discounted price, because then you just have to buy the bundles via the balloons. Because it did say, yeah, you can obtain them from random bundles that are in the army in exchange for doubloons. So I'm going to assume that's also going to give you the American tokens. So it doesn't say whether or not Florida will just be straight up available to buy in the Soviet cruiser line event. You could just buy the P-Bag and the Ultrakov, but we don't know. It doesn't say whether or not for here. And I have heard that if you can't outright buy the Florida, it's going to cost them like $80 in order to whale through all of the bundles in order to get her. But that's just what I've heard. I haven't confirmed that for myself just yet. Anyway, the Golden Eagle camouflage looks really nice, actually. I'm not usually a fan of these over-the-top camouflages, but this one does actually look pretty nice. It's a nice detail on it. I really like the color scheme and such. But me personally, I'm just going to rock the historical camos as I always do. Then it talks about the new branch. It talks about, they have many main battery guns with a heavy salvo weight. The Vermont actually replacing the Montana in terms of heaviest broadside. Great maneuverability for ship type and good anti-torpedo protection, but they are rather slow. Yes, they are. Decent AA defenses, additionally reinforced by access to the DFAA consumable. And when 9.11 goes live, Kansas, Minnesota, and Vermont will be available for all players to research. Okay, so Dockyard is ending this patch. We will have until the release of 9.3 in order to get the Dockyard. So October 9th is when the I'm sorry. Is it October 9th? I thought 9.9 9.9 brings it into Strong-Willed Temporary Campaign, which kicked off with the release of Update 9.3. Hurry to okay, my bad. So the Strong-Willed Campaign with Jersey Schwarzy will be ending in 9.9 with the date of Friday, October 9th at 4 a.m. I do believe the Anchorage event does run the entire course of this update as well, because they said it was running for 2 patch cycles. So hurry up, finish up your Anchorage grind. You got the rest of this patch to do it. Clan Balls, we talked about this before. It's going to be taking place on the Northern Waters. I'm sorry, not on the Northern Waters map. Clan Battle season will be the Northern Waters season, and it will be 7v7 with tier 10 ships with 2 BBs or 1 BB and 1 CV per team. You get up to 11,000 steel and many other rewards. The map rotation is Islands of Ice, Sleeping Giant, Warrior's Path, North Greece, and Northern Waters in domination mode. And you can also have mercenaries this season, where you can have somebody from another clan come and play for your clan, and they can get some of the rewards too, if I remember correctly. It doesn't mention it here. And this is also where we have the Cyclone mechanic that's going to be active for, and it's the option. The Cyclone is designed to reduce the content's potential. Yeah, it still doesn't say whether or not we're going to get a Cyclone every single match. It did say in the original dev blog that it has the potential to happen, and it will limit the spotting range of aircraft to 8 kilometers and everybody else to 14 kilometers. So we'll see how that works this season. Oh, mercenaries. It doesn't mention mercenaries, my bad. Division commanders now have the option to invite mercenaries, i.e. players from outside their clan or from other clans, to join their divisions for clan battles. The new feature will allow clan leaders to test candidates who want to join their clans in real combat scenarios or fill roster gaps without having to actually accept new players into the clan. Rules: to add a mercenary to your team, simply invite them to join your division. You can search for players via the Divisions tab in the game client. After battle, the mercenary receives a reward based on the current league of the clan they went to battle with. The mercenary may also receive achievements and emblems for clan battles based on the current league of the clan they went into battle with. However, the mercenary will not receive the associated economic bonus of the clan they fought for. The mercenary for a different clan will be able to enter battle during the prime time of the inviting clan. The selected prime time of the clan the mercenary belongs to will not change. Okay, so that's how that works, if you were wondering about that. So, Research Bureau, we've added a victory bonus of 200 research points for tier 5 ships. You could have done that back when I was going through the Siegfried and all of that stuff, and the Slava too. The following achievements have been added: Junior Shipbuilder, Senior Shipbuilder, Shipbuilding Inspector, and Chief Shipbuilding Inspector. The achievements will be issued for 10, 50, 100, 150 ship branches that you have reset. Ooh, good God, 150 resets. Good God, man. Only ship branches that you set up to update 0.9.9 goes live will count toward your progress for the new achievements and the bonus for tier 5 ships. Changes to game mechanics. This is the big one. We've updated the mechanics behind the interactions between shells and main battery / barbettes and turrets. Previously, when a shell hit the main turret, damage was dealt only to the module itself, and the player received a penetration ribbon without any actual damage having been dealt to the enemy ship. Now hitting the main battery turret also entails a reduction in the ship's hit points. The change will significantly reduce the number of no damage pins. Any damage dealt to main battery turret also entails damage to the ship in the amount of 1/10 of the maximum damage of the shell. The amount of damage dealt to the main battery turret modules in case of penetration has been reduced 3.3 times. The number of hit points for main battery turret modules has been reduced by half. Damage affecting a ship's HP from a shell hitting any of the ship main battery turrets can be restored completely using the repair party and specialized repair team's consumable. The barbette modules have been updated. The barbette models have been updated. Okay, the number of hit points for main battery turret modules has been reduced by half. Holy crap. Wow. That's a bit extreme. I mean, it's not like turrets getting knocked out were rare. I'm talking about being completely knocked out. I mean, they get disabled every now and then, but getting completely knocked out. I mean, I think reducing it by a quarter would have been a more appropriate response first time, unless they've changed something about the armor to where it's much better and much more resilient to shells, but it hasn't said that. I'm really not sure how I feel about this with the amount of HE spam in the game too, because of the splash damage that happens from HE. Although it would have to pin the turret armor, which I don't think many HE shells could do that now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Initially, just from reading it, I don't like it. I don't. The no damage pins being reduced is great, but it doesn't sound like... Okay, so the amount of damage dealt to the main battery turret modules in case of a penetration has been reduced 3 point... Okay, so the amount of damage that is dealt to the main battery turret in case of a penetration has been reduced 3.3. Okay. That's a bit better. Alright, I just didn't process that properly. So the amount of damage done to a main battery turret in case of a penetration has been reduced by over 3 times. So they're doing 3 times less damage, so they reduced... Okay, that makes sense. If I'm understanding this correctly, I retract my prior statement, sirs. I wish to stick with this new statement. It sounds pretty good. Okay, so the amount of damage you're doing by penetrating a turret has been reduced by over 3 times, so they half the health of the turrets because of that. Okay, it makes sense. I get it now. And damage affecting the ship's HP from a shell hitting any of the ship's main battery turrets can be restored. Okay, so any damage that is done to your ship through the turret pin mechanic now can be restored via a repair party. And it's only 1/10 the amount of damage that the shell did in the first place, so that's not bad. Okay. We'll see how that works out, though. I'm sure something will go wrong with it along the way somewhere, and they'll either have to remove it or rework it again. Alright, visual improvements. We improved the sea rendering quality for all graphics settings. Sun glare on the water surface now looks more realistic. The horizon is now rendered at a higher quality, and water will now appear in a range of different shades depending on the map. This change will improve the game client performance. The changes will be most visible at low and medium graphics quality settings. Oh, sad ultra graphics setting noises. So there's a GIF here, and I'll record it and throw it up for you guys. So it does look better. It does look a lot better. I'm sure there'll be some improvement on the ultra settings too. But having the water appearing in a range of different shades would also be pretty nice. So spaceport's been updated, new lighting model, changed the visual appearance of the aiming reticles for carrier squadrons, and also reworked the aircraft camera performance. This change will affect only the visual component of the squadron's interface, making it easier to aim with all types of armaments without affecting gameplay. Aircraft aiming reticles will no longer adjust to changes in the terrain of islands. A special indicator will notify you that your armament is about to hit terrain, and the reticle will become slightly more transparent. The new feature will also help prevent scenarios when a player is fully aimed at a target ship, but there are still terrain obstacles in the path of the payload release trajectory. Aircraft operating as part of a squadron will now change positions in a smoother way. The trajectory of bombers moving in on a target will change slightly. Any damage taken by the aircraft in the process will cause it to shake. The visibility of aircraft aiming reticles and sunlight reflecting water has been improved. So a lot of visual improvements for CV aiming mechanics, it seems. Technical changes and improvements. With the upload date of 0.9.9, players will be able to play on all Water Warship servers with a single game client without the need to install separate game instances for each region. The game server will be determined by the currently selected account in the Wargaming Center. Recommend that you delete all additional game instances installed on your computer before the update of 0.9.9. Please note you will need a separate game client for public test. We've seen drops in game client performance and aiming reticle distortions on devices with graphics cards that don't support DirectX 11 features. For this reason, we are discontinuing support for graphics cards that don't meet the minimum system requirements. Oof. Alright, content addition and changes. So, new ships. The following ships will become available in the Army with the release of the update. Franklin D. Roosevelt, available for exchange for $33,000 still, a midway-class aircraft carrier that can boast of having solid armor protection. The extensive HP pools of her aircraft and large squadron size allows her to carry out continuous powerful attacks, even when her aircraft, which lack the repair consumable, fall under heavy AA enemy fire. Yeah, FDR is coming out, boys. Get ready for that. Polo Emilio, available in exchange for 43,000 research points. This destroyer was initially designed as a light cruiser intended for use in reconnaissance operations of the Italian Navy. She's fast and equipped with good artillery that's capable of firing SAP and HE shells, all at the cost of a long reload time. The ship's powerful torpedo armament, coupled with access to the emergency engine power and exhaust smoke generator consumables, make her ideal for lightning-fast attacks at short range. Yes, the YOLO Emilio is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare thyself for smoke screens traveling at like 40 plus knots. I think it's actually faster than that. Other changes. We're working on enhancing the daily shipments. 2 new options will be added in Update 9.9. will test the new mechanics as the update goes live to ensure that we get credible test results. Some players will collect the rewards via the old version of daily shipments, while others will receive the new ones. This research will also require a random reference group, which is why certain players will unfortunately not have access to daily shipments during the update. So they're testing new ways to dish out daily shipment rewards, it seems. A Gothic permanent camouflage for Bismarck has been added to the game. Details on how to get it will follow a bit later. That's the one that makes Bismarck look like a friggin' church. Mainz has been added to the tech tree and will be available for 11,000 doubloons, a lovely cruiser. Tirpitz has been temporarily removed from the tech tree, however she will be available via the armory. Falling ships have been added for testing by developers, super testers, and community contributors. The Hizen, the Tier 9 Japanese BB, the Z-44, Tier 9 German DD, Tier 7 Strasbourg, that's the Dunkirk sister, Tier 10 Plymouth, that's the Tier 10 Belfast, and the Mysore. Alright, so that's all the main changes and features of Update 9.9. It sounds like a whole lot for one patch. I can't wait to get my hands on the new US BBs. I'm thinking I might, if you guys want me to, do a first impression review of the Polo Emilio, because it sounds pretty fun. However, it being a research bureau ship, 43,000 research points. That's a lot to convert. That's a whole lot of free XP to convert, because I don't have time to regrind lines. So if you guys want that to happen, let me know. I'm up to do it. It's just that it gonna cost a bit. Plus getting the Florida too. If it's not available just outright purchase, it's gonna cost me, from what I've heard, around $80 to get a Tier 7 premium ship to review. But I will do it for you guys. Just let me know if you guys want to see Polo Emilio review in the comments down below. So anyway, guys, that's update 0.9.9. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below as well. Again, it's a pretty big update. Again, can't wait to get my hands on the, which one's the Minnesota and the Kansas? Yeah, the Kansas and the Minnesota will be out. First impression reviews on those should be coming out within a couple days of the patch. So guys, stick around for that. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 20,000 subs. We just passed 17,300, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and hope to catch you guys in the next one.